Salvador, Bahia, the blackest place outside of Africa. Why?
Houston, we have a problem.
So we just touched down in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil.
Freaking excited!
The blackest place outside of Africa, because this is where they brought 5 million slaves to Brazil in general, but the majority of them live right here in Salvador. Here's my big buddy right here. What's up, man? How you doing?
High five! All right!
That's what's up. What's up, man? They having a good time out here, guys. This is at the airport. Hey, who is that nigga? I'm kidding. Get out of my picture. They having a good time at the airport. This is at the airport.
Here we go again.
To our Airbnb that's behind us, this walkways, and we are very close by the ocean.
That's what she said.
So we have a high view. This is again Salvador, Bahia, Brazil.
This is Brazil.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad area. Got a nice rooftop right here. Little sitting area.
Well, tell them it's safe. It's gonna be safe.
Okay.
Ou, se você não quiser lavar, eu lavo.
Oh, you.
Na minha casa,
clean
na minha
clothes.
casa, sim.
Oh, okay.
Wait, there's more.
Tem meu telefone?
Telephone?
Tem meu...
See, I have your number. Yes, I have your number.
Você tem meu número?
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
She said if we want our clothes washed, she can wash them for us.
Okay.
Yeah, for a large nominal fee.
For a long.
Esta? Na porta. Esta nada.
Essa nada?
Essa nada, é só essa mesmo.
See. Bahia, Salvador, Brazil. So I am in the old part of Salvador. My Airbnb is just right there. But as you can tell, a lot of the buildings here are old. There's a lot of tourists walking up and down the street there. And behind me, that way is a long hill that if you walk up, believe me, I guarantee you get all your steps for today. But nonetheless, we're going to, me and a couple other guys going to some restaurants that's up here. Wanted to get some breakfast, but anyway, I'm going to show you guys the town. So right here in the Airbnb, we have Afro-Brazilian art.
Okay.
The host, who is also Afro-Brazilian, very prominent guy, chemical engineer, electrical engineer, has some really good art all around the Airbnb. Here's also some art. There's a stage up there. Y'all see that? So we're in the shop after the rain, and if you see the beautiful art here, Kenyan Masai. And this guy is on Instagram, by the way. I'm gonna show you his tag, guys. Look at this. This is in Bahia, Brazil. Very beautiful art everywhere. It's a lot of floats for the Carnival. Say what, Marcus? Couldn't hear you.
Up here, no.
Say it again. You out of breath.
Right over here by the.
I know. That nigga's like, I'm here, bro. What's up? Watch yourself. Nigga, I'm sweating my ass off. Look at my face.
Me too.
Boy spot.
And then a lot of shit.
Boy
is running
spot.
off my
Bon
head.
ska kete. Go down.
The sweatband in my hat is catching it.
You sure we're going right, nigga? Because we went up, now we're going back down.
Look at all that salt.
D, you're not in the military no more, nigga. Hey, car come, get to the left.
What?
I ain't gonna lie. When you go to other countries and you look black people in the eye, they look away. Not Brazil. Them niggas just as rough as we are. For real.
You're goddamn right.
Losing weight too, by the way, but it's a beautiful sight. And if you can see in the distance, there's a bus right there with the lights on that they're pulling. it's a system that all these people in the middle, well, on the sides of the ropes, are actually pulling that rope. And I'm actually at the beginning of the rope, right behind my camarade, Salvador. Partying on a whole nother level. This is crazy to me. And being American, Brazilians party way harder than Americans. Let me tell you, I've never witnessed this in my life. I've been to parties, college parties, but let me tell you, Salvador, Bahia, the blackest place outside of Africa. Why? That's your ass, nigga.
We have a problem.
Anyway, let me show you all the black people. This is great surfing water. I must say so myself. The wind is blowing nicely right here on the beach. What a wonderful time, very relaxing. I went to what they call a camarade. You pay for a special VIP venue and you get to go to, I guess, one of the main streets in downtown Salvador and look at the Carnival, all the different musicians, all the different floats, and all the people dancing in the street. Totally wild. I promise you this. I know a lot of people have done Mardi Gras, but you have yet to do Salvador Bahia Carnival, where they're partying 5 days a week. Now, at one point in time, I thought it was all throughout. Like, this is regular traffic. This is still doing Carnival. They have cordoned off a lot of the different spots around the city where people just all in the streets, you know, everywhere party, but only in certain segments. And believe me, where we were last night with the camarates, it was crazy. I've never seen that many people dancing in the street all at one time. I mean, it looked more than a Mardi Gras, by the way. And this is consecutively. Now, I could be wrong. I'm just saying. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. And then, weirdly enough, not that you guys want to know this or not, it was an extremely amount of people in a certain community there, and I was not aware of that until, unfortunately, my eyeballs rested on some things I never want to see again.
That's a damn shame.
This is on the other side of the carnival. And so it's like a different world out here because we're up. Wait a minute, where is it? Hold on. Right there. Up that long elevator. So, and we're on the other side where the carnival isn't, so it's not as busy as you can tell. So, but up there is really busy. And right here, you got the police. And what else? Over here is a nice landmark where it is, right there. Brazilian cookies and candies.
So when did you arrive?
Ooh,
Last Wednesday.
last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday. Oh, so you enjoyed the whole carnival?
The whole carnival.
Did you go to Bahia?
Salvador.
Camarote, Salvador.
Oh, wow. So it's good to see everything, but not stay exactly in the crowd.
Exactly. But we went down there
We
too.
went down there too.
Yeah. Are you from
I'm
here?
from here. I live near here, in fact. The flatback truck, some pass in front of my apartment.
Okay.
So I participate of the carnival for 40 years. So I'm specialized in this.
Okay. What is the purpose of carnival?
Whew. What is the purpose?
Yeah.
Have fun. Okay.
Come on. There has to be a history behind it.
Okay, no, of course. In
Okay.
fact, we in Bahia we have fun for everything, so it's not a real question. The Carnival of Salvador, it comes from a long process of. Okay, the origin is the Carnival from Europe. The Intrudo, as was named the Carnival in Portugal when arrived here. But in fact, the first festivals were brought by the Jesuits. Oi, pode pegar a Vitória, Fábio. By Jesuits. So in the natives, the indigenous tribes that they were working for conversion. So using the music and more the religious music and the rhythms to attract the natives and to convert them easily for the Catholicism.
For colonialism.
Colonialism, okay. Yes. On the Portuguese ships.
You said her name was what again?
Maria Felipa. Yes.
Maria Felipa.
Yes.
Slingshot.
Remember this was silver and chrome yesterday?
No, it was the lights on it. That's why. Lights was on it. It wasn't silver chrome, it was the lights were shining on it. And you said they were fighting with slingshots? She was fighting with slingshots?
Yeah, she was just using the little rocks on the slingshot. She was shooting at the
Exactly.
ships.
Oh.
He arrived here with the 6 ships at the Porto da Barra beach, and he came up with all the structure he had to start building this city. So he built the ancient city hall, the legislative house. It was a prison, the basement.
Well, did he build it or did slaves build it?
Okay, the slaves built.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why ain't got this skirt on right here? This is...
You know?
First bishop of Brazil.
Exactly. But sardinha in English is sardine, the fish.
Yeah, sardine.
So what do you think that happened with him?
He died in the ocean.
Eating sardines.
Almost.
Okay.
His ship suffered a shipwreck.
Yeah.
He swam to the beach
Yeah.
and met the cannibals.
Good.
And then he became our first barbecue.
Oh, nice.
course,
I'm happy he died that way.
Yeah.
Good job, big guy.
Now what the hell was that all about?
So this exhibition is talking about 5 history encruzilhadas. Dance with it, imagine.
This is a
This is
mask.
from Yoruba,
Yeah,
yes.
that's a mask.
That's a tall
Has
mask.
that attached.
Yeah, that's a tall mask.
Escaping. So during the slavery time, when the blacks who tried to escape, sometimes were all the blacks who had to run after them. Named Capitão do Mato, captain of the jungle. So he was the
Oh, that makes sense. The camouflage. Okay, yeah. And if you guys didn't know, the Portuguese colonized them amongst some of the British and Dutch, but ultimately the Portuguese are the ones who colonized them. And so when you really look at it, the reason why a lot of people from Brazil are Catholic is because of the colonization, because Portuguese were Catholic. The reason why a lot of Black Americans are Christian is because the British and being Protestant. So a lot of the religions, unfortunately, that Black people around the world believe in, it's because of colonization of some European country, some European group. And this is what you receive. In a country where there was indigenous people who looked somewhat Asian, somewhat red, probably some Siberian, Mongolian people, then a mixture of African slaves coming to these countries, brought to these countries in shackles by the Portuguese and other groups, and then ultimately colonized by the Portuguese. They still cling, hang on, practice, and pray to the religion of their colonizers and the colonization of their spirituality. Now, if you guys are looking at, I want to see if you can see this picture behind me, okay? There it is. You see that, guys? In his hand is a white baby, okay? In his hand, it's a white baby, but the faces are black. Let me show you. So don't forget, Salvador is the blackest city, the blackest place outside of Africa. Then it's America, but again, Brazil altogether has the largest population of Black people outside of Nigeria. Then comes America with Black Americans. And one more thing. You see how the Black priest or pope or altar boy, whatever you want to call them, you see how they're carrying the baby as if he's God's gift to the world? Let me show you again. Just look at it. Maybe that's my conjecture. Maybe that's the way my perspective looks at it, but look. Now, right here, fam, I am loving this picture. Look at this. That is Jesus being with a beard and black. And look at the black people around him. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Now, again, on one hand, they had the white baby with the black people currently as this God gift, but over here, they're pitching Jesus, okay, as God gift. You see that? No, well, who's Jesus and who's who?
Jesus, the baby,
Of course.
Jesus.
That's what I
When
thought.
the family ran from north of Africa, because he grew up in north of Africa,
Right.
and maybe is what that. São Paulo name Americana. Americana, and it was formed by American immigrants,
Didn't know that.
white American immigrants.
Of course.
After the Civil War, American immigrants from the South, who here in Brazil could keep the slavery.
Exactly. Look like they have a lot of good food over here. I'm gonna see what I'm going to get. I'm definitely about to get me some of this rice right here. I ain't gonna take too much. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. They got some fish. Let's see. Everything looks pretty fresh and good. Yeah, I know what this is. Down there is sushi. Some soups. All right, so I'm gonna get a couple of these. Probably just one of each. So we had another Brazilian steakhouse called JP Steakhouse. Now they're bringing out meat, but I already went to the salad bar, and that is what we're looking at. Nice. So right now, we're inside of a museum that teaches you all about the carnival. Just giving you an area view here. A lot of the books, we're not gonna aim in, but a lot of the Afro-Brazilian culture, which is Salvador. So Salvador was the first city in Brazil that the colonizers, Portuguese colonizers, this is kind of a library. So what you're gonna notice, the one thing we've been trying to ask everybody, even our tour guide yesterday, is what is the purpose of the carnival where you guys are dancing in the streets, with the largest street party in the world, by the way. They have the largest carnival in the world as well, between Salvador and Rio de Janeiro. But the question is, why do y'all celebrate it? Some people say, well, they party and they sin and then they repent. I don't know what that's about, but this culture of the carnival first was started by the Portuguese, and it was mostly for the rich. And even when it came to Brazil, it was mostly for the rich. And then they started to allow other groups of people who are Brazilian, etc. Here's the top floor. What a great view. Salvador, state of Bahia, in the area of Pelourinho. If you hear deep breathing, I had to just climb two very large, I'm just kidding, two very large flight of steps though. That means I can drop another 10 to 15 pounds given the amount of oxygen I need right now. Look at this. That's how high up I am. do I love traveling? I love traveling to see all the different beautiful people in their own country. I like to learn the history. I like to understand the culture, some of the language, the food, the customs, the traditions, how people are. Brazil is a wonderful place. I think, especially for a foundational Black American like myself, this was a wonderful trip coming to the blackest city in the world outside of Africa, outside of the continent of Africa. And just understanding a lot of the mixtures, a lot of the so-called Afro-Brazilian, which is 80% of the population here. And unfortunately, 70% of that population, ladies and gentlemen, live in poverty. That is because the white power structure, and I'm not trying to make this racial, it is what it is. This is the history of it all. The white power structure colonized this country, 300-400 years ago. They almost have a similar history than us. As a matter of fact, when we were released from slavery, right, Emancipation Proclamation, they were still in slavery 20 years after, okay? So there's a connection there, there's a bond, just as well as the South Africans that went through apartheid, right? Which is probably considerable to Jim Crow of our era. So those are two distinct cultures that had white colonizers to control their economy, their people, slavery, etc. So there is a connection when it comes to the pain and torture and the very chaotic history. But when it comes to culture, there's a very different culture being a foundational Black American versus even Brazilian, because they cling onto their Africanness because, again, they were a very large group. They are a mixture of the Portuguese colonizers as well as the indigenous Brazilians that were here, and then the enslaved Africans that were brought over here. So a lot of their food, a lot of their customs, a lot of their traditions has a very large Nigerian, out of all African cultures, Nigerian, Yoruba, some Igbo here and there. That Nigerian culture is strong here. Now, they have mixed and matched with some things, but you can tell a lot of their gods, like we even learned about Ogun yesterday. I know you guys just saw that, okay? As I'm talking, I'm gonna have to edit the video, but anyway. But Ogun and Orisha and all these different Nigerian, I'm gonna say gods, but spirits, okay? The spirit, these sort of spirits, whether it be the spirit, the warrior spirit, the ocean spirit, so on and so forth, okay? Not to give you guys a history lesson about that, I'm not too keen about it, but nevertheless, and don't forget how close that was. And we had a very different history as foundational Black Americans. But nonetheless, if I say you're gonna come to Brazil and you wanna enjoy the food, you wanna enjoy the culture, you want to understand more about people, and guess what, you want to see more Black people than you want to see white people, then I would definitely come to Salvador, Bahia versus Rio de Janeiro, even Sao Paulo. Now, granted, there's a lot of Black people in Rio de Janeiro, there's a lot of Black people in Sao Paulo, but ain't nothing blacker than Bahia. Bahia, because even after the carnival, they kept partying, and they had church today on Friday. In this part of Bahia, the historical part of Salvador, they have a church, a Catholic church for all the saints. They also call Salvador Ando Bahia, I could be getting this kind of wrong, All Saints City, something like that. old plane.
I don't like that.